Oh, sure. I wanted to, you know, you know, discuss, um, or should I say, talk about some thoughts here. Okay, feel free to comment. Okay, but if you want to debate on this, I won't do it because I already know the stance on this with everyone. I am the subject that I'm going to comment on. It doesn't. It See, I know everyone has their different takes and views on different subjects and things when it comes to the Bible. And all I'm doing is discussing my thoughts. And your thoughts is good too, and you can comment on your thoughts. That is good. And my point is, what I want to discuss on is the rapture. Yes, I know. We have, what, 3 views? We have 3 views of the rapture. You have pre-trib, mid-trib, and post-trib. And if there's any others, I'm not thinking of it right off hand, but I mean, that's the 3 most popular views. Okay. But all right, here's my take on it. I mean, because no matter what I say, a person's going to believe what they want. This is a fact. And even if I give scriptures out, it will do no good. I know that we all have this. Every single one of us has got a stubborn streak, one way or another. Oh, but anyway, what I wanted to talk with you and discuss my thoughts are, it's like this. Okay, now I already know that the general populace. I won't go into that consensus because there was some men that came out from Canada and some others, that came up with that doctrine of pre-trib. Okay, and but see, I don't believe a person is going to hell whether you believe in post-trib, mid-trib, uh, pre-trib. I mean, because that's what one's view. Part of me really hopes that actually, I know I hope that there is a pre-trib. You know why? Because that means we won't have to go through anything. But see, the thing is, there's too many scriptures that actually proves, from what all scripture, I can come up with a whole bunch of them. The only reason why I don't think it's going to do any good, and on top of that, I don't see why to argue over it. Now, if you're a preacher and teacher, teaching and preaching this, I think anyone, and this is my thoughts, okay, is that I think that anyone who teaches it should really think on how they present it, because here's a scenario, and you will often hear me say this, and it still always will be. And I'm just saying, think about this. Okay, if you're not raptured out, I didn't say that there ain't no rapture, because there will be, but which rapture means catching away. There will be a catching away of the saints. That's just from those who says there is no word of rapture in the Bible. That is true. That is so true. But it is mentioned that there's a catch away. That's what rapture means, So here's the thing. Let's suppose that you don't get raptured out right when you think you should, and if you taught this, and this is always my biggest concern, is because if you taught this, what's going to happen to those you've taught this to? Well, I mean, what are they going to think? What's going to be the first thought? Because see, a lot of times we think we really, and I'm including myself, okay? A lot of times we think we really know Revelations very well, and we teach on it like we're authorities, and we're not. And those guys that wears the suits and the ties and has doctor in front of their names, they're not authorities. And if you think so, you lie to yourself. There is no authority on Bible prophecies, and you'll never find it in Scripture, and you'll never convince me, and you'll never, ever go into those who know what that Bible says. You'll not find it in the Bible, and they won't believe that there is authorities on Bible prophecy. There is none. But that's another thing. This, I am just talking my thoughts, okay? And if you want to argue, you know what my profile says. You've heard some of my videos. You know enough, at least I hope you have. I will not spend time arguing with you and debating you, let alone on this issue, because we're all going to have different takes on it. I'm just talking about my thoughts. I've heard y'all's thoughts, so I'm at least asking you to hear my thoughts. And but anyway, I'm saying, what will you do on these when it does not happen the way you think that it should? What will any of us do? Now, see, the thing is, if you teach it, are you really understanding what I'm saying? Because, excuse me, when you teach something, you're a teacher or a pastor, an overseer. You have more responsibilities on you, and you're going to be responsible for if you mislead someone, however innocent your good intentions are. You mislead, you will answer for that. I will answer for it. We will all answer for that. And that's my big concern, because yes, we are living in the last days, and I look forward that the Lord will come. But when the Bible talks about watching and praying, and says, and we don't mean to suffer wrath, this is true, but it's not meaning the way that I see it. It doesn't mean it the way you're saying it. Because I don't need to twist it or warp it in a way. That's like that one scripture I've heard most, not all, but most pre-trib rapture teachers teach is that fourth chapter, first verse, I think it is, of Revelation, where the Lord, the voice speaks to John, says, "Come up." They said, "There's the rapture." No, there's not. Read the whole thing, please. I mean, how gullible can we be? But these are my thoughts, mind you. I'm not pointing my finger to criticize you, because you've all discussed your thoughts and views. And this is mine. And this is my take on it, is that what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? What's to be done? I worry about that. I really do. I worry about, because people's going to hate God even more. They'll say, well, I didn't get raptured. I'm left behind. When a rapture did not occur. All kinds of stuff. They're going to hate the preacher. They're the one who taught them that. If they see him, they might kill you. If you taught them. All I know is that the Lord is coming. But I know in my heart there is no predictor, because we have to go through something. We got to be tried by the fire. Because this country, let me tell you, the ones who call themselves Christians in here hadn't even been through the fire. And I want to tell you, it's not pretty. But I can go through that. It's just been on my mind, and that's what I was wanting to discuss. And it isn't much, and what can you just go through in 10 minutes? But that's my thoughts on that, okay? And if you want to comment, please do so. And just do it in a godly manner, okay? And with love, all right? So I love you all, no matter what your intake or views on whatever. God bless you. I love you. Shalom. Walk in His light and in His love. Aho.